Hello everyone, EG Productions here, and today I'm bringing you another Bionicle 2015 review. Today I am reviewing Kopaka, Master of Ice. And in the story, Kopaka is one of the 6 Toa called by the protectors of Akodo to fight the Skull Spider menace. And he is the Master of Ice, the Toa of Ice, and so yeah, pretty much he controls ice, and it's very cool. Now let's get into the set. To start off with, we'll look at the smaller things it comes with. As normal, you get a Skull Spider. This one is the metallic silver one, which I really like. I do like this color and overall look for the Skull Spiders. And then, of course, the gunmetal legs that can move up and down because they're on these clips. We also have the Mask of Ice. I do like this mask, and this is probably the closest to its original 2001 iteration of this mask, but I do like it a lot. I think it's very cool, the way the scope works. I just think it's really cool. And then, of course, you also get the golden version of this mask, which gives Kopaka his power. So, to start off with, we'll take a look at the color scheme of this figure. The primary color is white, however, this is, in addition, there is also gold, trans light blue, and silver, along with some black and other stuff. And like some black, some that's mostly it. Maybe it's like blue pins, but no, the main colors are silver, white, trans light blue, and gold. Now I think the colors are kind of jumbled. I think there are like a few too many. I think they could have gone with maybe not including the too much. I think there is a bit too much gold, and we'll get more into that later. I still think it works though. I just would have preferred to maybe see silver or a different color, but I think this still does look good. It makes him look royal, and it makes it feel like actual armor. So I think that works. It's a good enough aesthetic. Speaking of aesthetic, the aesthetic here is kind of like an armored, like, sort of trekker of the, like, mountains and stuff. As you can see, this is like a boot shape. It is kind of gappy from this side, but here it kind of they look like snowshoes, so I think that looks very cool. And overall, I just think the armor placement is, well done, inspired, and purposeful. So that's really cool. Now we're going to take a look at the functions of this set. Now, one thing I'd like to start to say is the 2 weapons you get, or the 2 accessories you get, are you get this spear, which can, I've seen it held both ways. I normally just pose it like this, having him hold it, like throwing it like a javelin, but you can also put it the other way in his hand to kind of make it like this, like something you'd attack with. But I'm just going to keep it like this for now. You also get the shield. And I think the shield kind of attaches awkwardly on his hand, so I wish they kind of made that a bit better, but really, when you're using it, it can't really be seen, and that leads to some nice posability. I do like the shield. So the first function is, of course, the eye stalk function, where you tap the back of the head, and the mask flies off, and it also has some trans light blue light piping, which still works. I'm glad it wasn't green. Some of them, I'm glad they're different colors because it doesn't make them look as lifeless, but for this, I'm glad they went with green because there are already a lot of colors already. And then, of course, we can attach the golden mask. Now, here is what I was talking about. I think this is too much gold, honestly. It's all really compact in this one area, except there is some in the sort of the snow, in the boots down here, but overall, I just think that it's too much gold. That's why I wish they maybe have substituted the gold for another color. The chest printing kind of breaks it up, but even still, I think this is just a little too much gold than I would have liked to see. But see, when you have the white mask on, that looks nice. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you can attach the Skull Spider to his face, and you can wrap the legs around, but of course, you can just take that off. So cool. Now, the second function is, as usual, the gear function. Now, this is for one arm, and it's just kind of standard. There are 2 gears here to add friction. That's really the only difference between this. It's a pretty standard gear function. It works better in the other hand, but I don't know, it kind of looks like he's skiing. And speaking of skiing, the third function is his adrenaline mode. So if we take the shield out of his hand, and this is also dual weapon functionality. If you take this out of his hand, you can separate the shield into these 2 pieces, my mistake. And you can attach them like this to make sort of a snowboard, but that's not what is advertised. That's on Tahu. You take these and you put them on the bottom of his feet, like so, and they are a pair of snow skis. That is very cool. This is one of my favorite of the dual weapon functionalities. And then for this thing, you can either leave it back here, or you can just put it in his hand like I normally do. There may be another way to store it, but that's just how I do it. If you know of any other ways, you feel free to leave that in the comments. So yeah, that's cool. You can just kind of scheme around in the snow. But also, this isn't really advertised, but you can do this, kind of like make him look like he's skiing. I think that's really cool, like a ski pole. So that's neat. So, oh, I forgot to go over articulation. It's just really the standard articulation with 3 in the leg, 3 in the arm, and 1 in the head or the neck. You can also move these around a bit, but that's basically it for articulation. Not much really to say. Overall, that's really it for Kopaka. Now, Kopaka is my favorite of the Toa sets just because I think he's the most solid. His build is really cool, despite some of his flaws. I don't think he's really objectively the best because of the color scheme and like some other things, but he is my personal favorite just because he feels the most solid and complete of them all. I just really like this figure, even with the gold, because I still think the gold does work. The golden mask may not work as well, but I still do like this set, and I would recommend it because I just think it's a good set. Even the silver works, even though it's only here. I don't know. I just think there were intelligent things done with the design of this set, making it my favorite of the Toa. But that's just my thoughts. Those are just my thoughts. Feel free to leave your own in the comments below. But that's about it, guys. If you like this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you want to for more reviews and stop-motion videos. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time when I review Tahu, Master of Fire.